it is Manchester City who advanced to play PSG in the semi-final, and that is one to really look forward to. I just sense a bit of relief from Pep Guardiola there. 3 quarter-final exits in a row. That's what they call a monkey off your back.
Yeah, but I don't think the relief would really come in, Tommy, until he wins it. I think there's relief to be still in it, obviously.
You can't win it if you keep getting knocked out to the quarter-finals.
For sure. Yeah, you're bang on there. But, you know, I think the real relief would come if they can win the competition. I mean, you don't get any prizes for the semi-finals, for losing semi-finals. But good performance overall. Dortmund, we were surprised at how well they played in the first game. They hadn't quite got enough tonight, despite getting the lead goal. We kind of felt it was inevitable that City would score. They got handed on a plate to them a bit by that awful mistake by Can. And then after that, they just go on and do what City do and open up Dortmund almost at will, and really should have wrapped it up a cleaner finish.
We'll look at that in a moment on the balance of chances. City probably deserve it winners, but they would have been wondering when young Jude Bellingham stood up and scored this goal. Is it happening again to us?
Yeah, absolutely. And look, another ball over the top stones is pretty frightened. Doesn't really want to get, caught here or fouled. Ball gets knocked across, a bit of a ricochet, falls out. Does really well to reach behind him, take a great touch, get it out of his feet and lean back and keep it to the point where he can put it in the top corner. I mean, it's a wonderful individual bit of skill. It doesn't look like there's much happening. He didn't do a lot tonight, Haaland, but this was a good moment for him. It's a great ball over the top. He gets it. The layback is fine. But look, he has to get that. And it takes 2 good touches to set it up from one, to pull it back from behind him, second, to get it out of his feet. And as defenders are coming with him, he's able to put it into the top corner. In slow motion, you might say the keeper got that much on it. Could he have gotten more? But I don't want to take anything away from Bellingham. I mean, he's terrific. He also started saving them on the line as well at one other end. So for such a young guy, he's such an influence on his team. 17
years old. I mean, you wonder what you were doing at 17. Amazing, amazing.
Playing under 17 football in Dublin, I was.
You were playing under 15 football. I heard about you.
I was playing under 17 when I was 17. But
I'm sure you were scoring goals like that as well.
No, I wasn't. I was getting the odd one, but not like that. But, 44 matches last year for Birmingham, and they removed his jersey. The last player Birmingham removed from was... who was it?
Trevor Francis.
Trevor Francis it was. So, I mean, that's some status to be in at 17. But what a performance by him. And as much as the talk has been about Sancho and Haaland, there will be massive talk about him.
He seems to be taking sort of giant leaps every time you see him.
Yeah, well, the fact that he's been in the team at this level on a consistent basis, in the league, first of all, and then in the Champions League. He scored his first goal at the weekend, but we saw how well he performed in the first leg. And tonight, he added to that by scoring the goal, as Niall described it. Superb goal, great work at the other end, and competing with some of the best players in the world in the central midfield area, the really hard area of the pitch to play. I know front men is difficult with your back to goal, but in there against the cleverest and the most technical players in the world, and he's matching them at the moment.
And by the way, clever from Dortmund to snap him up last summer, wasn't it? I don't think Dortmund will be retiring Emre Can's jersey after this penalty.
They might retire.
What do you make of what is he?
They might retire him. I don't know what he was doing. Why he didn't throw his left boot at it. I mean, he leans out here with his head and his arm is extended. I mean, he has no chance on it. But why was he? Why did he even go to head it? Why not throw your left boot at that? It doesn't make sense. He was far too casual in his attitude.
It's a killer because they'd survived until that point.
There was a lot of tension in the air, and every time the camera went to Pep, he knew they were in a right sort of tricky situation at this point, and it was a get out of jail free card for them, because as that ball comes across, Bruyne is right, he can swing a volley at it to clear it, but if he's made the decision to go and it's low and he misreads the power on the ball and the ball is dropping down, he's still just got to let it go. He can't just put your arm out in a unnatural position and let it hit it and pretend to everybody that it didn't. He protested for a good 60-90 seconds. The referee gave it straight away. Then they went for the check. Yeah. And there was no doubt. I think all of us knew it was poor judgment from Can.
And he made a right blunder in the first leg as well, didn't he, for the goal, City's first goal. Look, over the balance of the game, the City created the more chances. Kevin De Bruyne, a new contract. City fans can look forward to another 4 years of this.
He's one of the great players of the modern era. He does everything so well. terrific ball. We've seen him sort of hang around and wait for things. We see him put great balls in. We see him go in behind. We see him just control the flow of the game on behalf of his team. And this is a great run. This is just before they scored the second one. I mean, he fools players in. He gets into a great position. And he's so disappointed with himself here. I mean, it would have been an absolute belter of a goal. And he's complaining because he could have done better. And there you are. In the last minute, he's still putting a great ball in. Perhaps they should have done better here. Foden plays a little bit behind Bernardo. And that Bernardo Silva, that causes it. His effect on the game and this team, I always look to the team sheet. De Bruyne is in it. I expect City to win. That's a big statement, but it's true. Now, they got a bit of a helping hand here. Foden lets fly at the near post. Goalkeeper, at first I thought you can't let it in the near post, but then I realised he's got big Haaland in front of him. He's trying to look around him, actually, and he can't quite see it. And then at the end, he's just a fraction too late, although it kind of slips through the gloves a little bit, and that was it. City were through.
He is only the second under-21 player to score in both legs of a Champions League quarter-final. Kylian Mbappe is the other one, so he's operating at a high level now. Phil Foden